I thought you left Bob and the droid on Ventuine.
Did I? I was confused because I saw them on the map for a second when we first came in. So yeah, okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
I think I forgot to take them away.
Did we ever figure out? There was the thing with.
Oh wait, no, Bob came
the
with
stealth
us.
field
Bob and the droids
generators.
came with us. Yeah, we all have our stealth field generators.
Except for Kalani.
I never figured out there was the thing. I don't know.
But didn't what's his name have one and they give it to Kalani?
Jarrah gave it back to Dirk.
Right.
Don't know anything else about that. After that,
So yeah, Bob is with us. Bob and the droids.
You just left the broken ones, I think.
You can
Yeah.
see that, Zariana, right? You can see where everybody is now with that persistent vision.
Yeah, I can see everyone. Not myself, but I can see everyone else.
Bad proportion, Bob. Okay, I need to go steal him from another screen. Okay, everybody's getting their stealth on.
Oh yeah, and Bob's and the other droids' orders will be to when we engage whatever the giant beast looks like, the giant lizard thing that's sure to pop up. Yeah, once it starts looking pretty hurt, they focus on any other enemies and don't do the last bit of damage to it. Basically.
You can see all the other droids pretending to be invisible and looking enviously at Bob.
I whisper to Bob to have them trail behind us.
Maybe we should leave them at the entrance.
Maybe that's a good idea.
Okay, so who would like to make the courageous first entrance into the thing?
Who else?
Meow.
Kalani.
which way is the actual door, Kyrath?
Yeah, what?
The door's right there. You guys can see that, right? That there's a tunnel right there that actually looks textured.
Tunnel? Yeah.
Yeah, anyone who has a light or something and wants to equip it, let me know and I will give that to your tokens. You can see stuff.
I do.
We're being stealth.
Oh, yeah. Okay, if you guys are stealth, you won't be able to see anything because it's pitch black inside.
Bother.
If only someone with dark vision was with you.
No comment.
She was kidnapped.
Yep. And that's, as far as I'm concerned, the first goal.
Well, I guess I'm not being stealthed, and I'll get my lightsabers out. And maybe a flashlight held in my tail. Or
Okay.
glow rod, whatever it's called.
Good, because I get extra damage die if I get sneak attacks, so go ahead.
Okay, does anybody else want a flashlight?
Nope, seeing as I turn my stealth field generator on.
Okay, you guys can move your tokens as you wish. And you guys can also roll perception. Yeah, so you guys notice in amongst the footprints in the dust, there's also like some large rut marks, like something very heavy was dragged along the floor very recently.
Oh, fun.
Can I tell if that was boots or if that was more of a table-like implement?
Yes, it was more like a table-like implement.
Okay, that's what I
Like
figured.
very, very large and heavy.
Yeah, I figured it was either Lexa or it was whatever workshop table, whatnot, that they wanted to bring with them.
So it doesn't come from the entrance, but it comes from these two corridors like that.
Del,
Can we tell which direction?
Well, which way do the boots go?
There's some boots that go off to the right, and then other boots that are coming from the right going up to the north. And other boots went straight north.
Del, do you know if Lexa would be to the right or to the forward?
I'll try it. What should I roll here? Kyrath?
Well, I guess you can try to censor in the force.
Could I do a search my feelings?
Oh yeah, like you were doing in the maze.
Yep. Except without
Okay.
taking a gazillion force point penalties.
Oh wait, or are you? I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
You know,
Let's see.
I'm done. Goodbye.
That's for going right.
Okay, that's not the best course of action.
I think we should go straight.
Can I examine? I'm trained in survival. Can I examine the footprints to see if there's any more clues?
Sure. Nice roll. Yeah, so upon closer inspection, it looks like, yeah, there was a very large object here that was being pushed. And you can tell by the way that the footprints are that it was clearly very heavy and took a team of people to push it, and that they were pushing it up to the north.
Okay. I guess we already knew that.
Are they all the same kind of boots?
Yeah. If you want to keep following the trail of that, I can direct you guys through the future openings if John wants to stay on the trail of this.
Should
I
I?
feel like that makes sense.
Sounds like the best idea to me.
Go ahead. Unless we spot something that might indicate Lexa in a different way, we're going that way, because that's the best lead that I can see.
Okay, get behind me so you don't disturb any of the sign.
The shimmering mass that is about where Elond is stops and waits for you to go in front of him.
Kareth, did you say you're gonna move us, or we just move our tokens?
No, I'll just tell you where it's going, but you can move your own tokens. Yeah, so at this intersection, you can see that the thing that was being dragged is going off to the left, and that it also looks like there's another tracks from something that was from the north being also pushed to the left.
But they're similar in nature to the tracks that we're following.
Yes, very similar. It looks like, where the tracks intersect, the ones from the north are overlapping the ruts. So it looks like the ones from the north are probably made later.
How much
Honestly.
later?
Within an hour.
Want to
so
search my... Oh, sorry.
just real quick. So the tracks that we're following are older, and then the tracks coming from the south and joining them are an hour newer than that.
The tracks coming from the north, like going west.
They are newer.
Newer,
More recent.
I want to search
Okay,
my feelings.
I just tell the group that.
Okay.
Okay, what do you want to search your feelings for, Because?
Following these tracks. Also, I have to roll that once again. I basically have the same thing as Dell, except not out 10 hours, only 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. Yeah, you sense that following the tracks will probably be a good thing.
Yay.
Alternatively, you sense that there's a clever ploy to lead you to your doom. No, just kidding, that's not what you sense. If you get a nat 1, that's what you sense.
Cause suspects this anyways.
Okay, so you guys see the tracks leading to this room. There's also tracks from up there leading into the room as well. Just head into the room? Okay. Giant monsters? No, just kidding. Don't jump out.
I mean, we're expecting a giant monster, so, you know.
I mean, we're on giant monster extermination duty.
Like, I believe.
So as you enter this room, you guys see 7 large stone tables that seem to have been pushed into this room, all interspersed lengthwise, like across the room like this. And at the farthest one over here, you see Alexa lying motionless, strapped to the table.
Have you not been moving Dirk, Gareth?
You can also roll perception if you want to try to see some other stuff.
I look behind me and I check the door.
I do the
With
same.
my
I'm
great
paranoid.
perception roll. And we're all rolling great perception. Way to go, John! You redeemed us all.
I use knack there. I'm now at 22. I'm checking the table that Lex is on for traps or anything foul.
Yeah, it looks like she has. You don't see any traps. It looks like she's on like a solid stone bed, and then there are some very sturdy straps holding her completely immobile, and the straps are sort of just drilled into the side of the table.
Can I get them undone?
What do you want to get them undone with?
Well, I want to stay quiet, so I'm wondering if there's buckles and latches I could unlatch.
Yeah, it looks like it was like drilled in on one side, then bound over her body, and then drilled in on the other side.
Yeah, Dell's gonna have Scarth come out here and slice through the restraints. Wait, where are
I've
the
got a knife.
Okay, Elon. Oh, Elon was just examining the table. Okay, so other people looking somewhere. Okay, Picaz was looking. Yeah, so Picaz, you notice that there's also, like in the corner lying over here, there's like seems to be a body.
I want to go examine it.
Okay. Roll intelligence.
That seems solid.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy is laying there. He doesn't have any overt signs of what exactly killed him, but he's laying there and he looks vaguely familiar to you. Like you may have recognized him as one of the Sun Guard.
Guys, dead Sun Guard over here, maybe.
Maybe he was with Dakaya.
I would like to search his body for anything interesting or useful.
Aelin will pull out the pocket knife from his utility belt and cut the straps.
Okay. All dead. Okay, because you can roll perception to search the body.
And would I know how to activate Lexa or turn her on, so to say?
I don't believe so, unless Lexa would like to comment on that from her unconscious state and inform us.
I don't remember saying that, so I'm pretty sure no. I think I might have forgotten that bit.
Okay, because we spent 10 days on the same flight, going to pretty much take care of your parents, and wanted to make sure on that. Lexa, wake up, and he'll pat her on the cheek. We can't do this without you, girl. Wake up. Your parents are safe, or your father is safe. Your brother is safe.
That would be for helping Aelin try and figure out how to reactivate her.
Okay. Well, I think Bakaz probably has the best chance of trying to reactivate her. Probably with the mechanics check. Oh wait, that's GM spoilers, okay.
I mean, but Enlighten can be used by anybody, and it's a really high roll.
Yeah,
So-
okay, you gave that one to Aelon though, so you're gonna have to reuse it if you give it to...
Why do I need
So
to
Aelin
it doesn't
uses
matter who
your-
uses it. Yeah, it
his
doesn't matter who
Enlighten.
uses it, it's the same roll.
Okay, so
Well, you
it's
have to choose a
mechanics.
target when you use it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if Bakaz uses the 39 or Aelon uses the 39, it's still a 39.
Right, but if you roll to give it to Bakaz, you're gonna have to re-roll and it won't be a 39.
Why would I need to re-roll to give it to Bakaz?
What?
He's busy investigating
You can't just
the
be like,
body.
I'm gonna make an attack roll, and then 20 minutes later being like, oh yeah, it was that attack. Like you clearly said, I'm using this to help Aelon.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah,
So you
Aelon's
used
the
that
one
already.
trying to wake Lexa up.
I mean,
Yeah,
he expects
did it
that,
work?
that roll is good enough for Elon to wake her up.
But Aelon isn't even trained in mechanics.
so it's enlightened. It doesn't matter. They can replace the roll. That's how it works.
Except that you can only make certain skill checks if you're trained in the skill. So if Aelon's not trained in mechanics, he can't make a skill check to wake up a droid.
It says they may use it instead of a roll, so you don't even have to roll
Right,
for
but
it.
you're not allowed to roll for things that you aren't trained in. Like, you know, in the book it has like lists of parts of the skill uses that you can only use if you're
Can you
trained.
look up enlightened? I'm not sure if it has to be trained then.
I don't think it's specified.
Well, it says it's used instead of a roll. But if Aelon's not allowed to roll, then he can't replace something he's not allowed to do with a
That's-
skill check resolved.
Okay, what rule
That doesn't
book is
make
this
any
in?
sense for this.
What do you mean that doesn't make any sense? Otherwise, you'd only need to have one person, and all you need to have is use the Force, and you could enlighten literally any skill check on anyone in your party who wasn't even trained to do anything, and they could.
Well, I thought I
magically
could
it.
do that, so that's why I said I use it on Aelon.
Okay, it's not that big of a deal. All you have to do is re-roll and use it
Yeah,
on Picard.
But that's a really good roll, so I don't want to re-roll. Thank you very much.
Well, it sucks, but that's like
Wait.
What I thought I didn't need didn't need to be trained in order to do it, so that's why I rolled it. Instead, I did it for Aelon. Obviously, if I would have known that was the rule, I wouldn't have giving it to Elon then.
Okay, let's
Okay,
calm
fine.
down here. How about I propose a compromise? Would it be all right if Aelon rolls in intelligence with advantage to see if he can figure it out? That way he isn't replacing a skill check, he's just getting something. Or maybe he gets to make an intelligence roll to see if he can figure it out.
Sure. That sounds good.
Dang it, Zuri, they were 5 seconds away from settling it like Three Stooges.
14. That's the best I could do.
Okay.
For intelligence, I'm trained in use computer.
Yeah, I guess you... Well, I don't really know how much about Lexa is actually designed or what this turned off state is, but I'm assuming that it's difficult to wake her up if the Sith couldn't figure it out. But I don't know whether it should be something that should be done computationally. I was thinking it would have to be done mechanically. But in the end, Lexa will be awoken, so we'll just say that Aelant manages to wake her up. But note in the future, you can't use Enlighten to do that if you're not trained in the skill you're trying to replace the roll for. Okay, so Lexa flickers to life.
I'm Lekka now?
Lexa. You're a combination between Becca and Lexa.
Technically, I've played both, so that makes sense.
Lexa, are you alright?
Her body slowly sort of hums, and then there's a few moments before she opens up her eyes slowly, and you see her body simulates breathing. She kind of moves her arms and stuff. She looks around. Did we win?
Not quite, lass. We've got the final boss to defeat. You ready for an adventure? Riz and Soren are safe. I made sure that they got to the village at New Thanai as safely as possible.
She starts to sit up. They're alive then?
Yes.
She looks over herself. Do I have my gear?
Not on you, no.
She starts looking around the room. My things, I can't fight without my sword.
Okay, you can roll perception.
And you'll hear from over in the corner, "Hey, can you shoot?"
I mean, I can. It's not as effective.
Well, until we can find you a sword.
Should I roll perception too, or is that just Lexa?
Yeah, you can roll perception too.
The Kaz will wander over to Lexa and hand her a blaster rifle.
A blaster rifle?
Yep. It's all I have.
Puny meatbags, your visual sensors are not very acute. Okay, Bob. Okay, maybe he doesn't say meatbags because that would be stealing, but he walks on over here. And he finds tucked in a corner over here, there's like a little bag. And Lexa's sword and other stuff are in it. Is this what you are looking for? Thief.
She nods and takes it from him. What? She
You
starts
stole
putting
my
her-
droid command module. but I have gotten another one, so all is well.
She smirks. You were an enemy at the time. I had to make sure you wouldn't fire on my friends. I want to try and reactivate that device so that he can hear me in his head.
Yeah, it's still functional.
Then I say to him through the comm channel, and now we can speak without the meatbags listening.
Mm.
I strap on everything. Did you bring all the rest of the droids? Who else is all here?
The rest of the droids, yes, they elected to stay, or Pakaz elected to leave them at the front door. They're here. We are here. Our group is here.
Well, there's 2 damaged on Tatooine, and so I left them there to get repaired. There's the ones we left on the ship for you guys, and then there's the 4 at the entrance.
Dirk, I see you're still here.
Yes, it was good to be back on Ventuine, but we need to take care of the Shadow in order to actually complete our mission of freeing Ventuine from the Sith.
She nods. John, good to see you.
Howdy.
Right, so what's our next move?
Well, we successfully acquired something to kill the Shadow on Ventuine. Kalani has it in her lightsaber now. But it appears that the spirits have been corrupted by the Shadow somehow, so the next step is trying to, well, either get the Shadow to appear so we can kill it, or try to loosen the hold on the spirits. There were 3 Sith ships landed here, but we haven't seen any of them yet.
Yeah, let's get out of this room. This is giving me the creeps.
Oh, you mean how there are 7 tables and 7 of us?
Yeah.
Lexa looks around, noticing that for the first time. I get the feeling they have a purpose in bringing us here.
Of course. And then there's also Krife is here as well, and Elon will take a swing at Ajax, or not Ajax, Delfern. For Ajax, he's, be warned, he's going to be doing that randomly, so.
Yeah, that's still, still don't hit him.
Because we'll do this. And
Also, Bob looks around at the tables and says, I feel unappreciated.
I appreciate you, Bob.
And be thankful
Thank you, Decoot.
that you weren't there when we destroyed the crystal to begin with. Otherwise, there might be a table here for you.
Wait a minute, what did he call me? Is it that insult again? I remember that insult. I told you not to say that.
You did no such thing. It is in my programming to call you that. That is what you are.
Lexa just busts out laughing.
You want me to call you Rust Bucket or Tin Can?
I feel
If
like
that
that's
is what
not
you
important.
wish, you already altered my designation once.
I
Let's
thought
talk
I was
about this
secretive
later.
about that, darn it. Also, I made the roll. And what I was intended to do with that was one table into another, break them. Probably won't do anything in the long run, but if it annoys them and slows them down.
What are you doing?
He's smashing a couple tables.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know if the tables are important or not, but I'm going to destroy some.
I think they're just tables to hold the
There's
fire.
very hefty. They seem very hefty and like they're made completely out of very heavy stone. And there's a
Wow.
really loud shattering sound as large pieces of rubble like fly across the room.
If we destroy them, then they'll have to get more, and that will take longer, and maybe that will help us if things go bad.
People probably want to clear out of this room or be hit with flying shrapnel from
Yeah, that sounds
the
good.
table.
Yeah, let's knock it.
Yeah, that's what Elon was gonna do.
GM, I have a question.
Mhm.
I've been out for a little while, right?
Yeah.
Would that be considered a long rest?
Yeah. Probably.
So can I get some hit points back?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yay!
Bob looks at you, Pakaz, breaking the tables, and he says, Kaishmir Solus. Actually, that wasn't in Bob's voice. Kaishmir Solus.
Would you kindly translate for me?
I would prefer not to.
If Ajax were here, he could translate. I know what he's saying because I came up with all of these. It's in Mandalorian.
Yeah, Kaz already
he
knows
knew
it's
that
in
already.
Kaz will just sigh really heavily and then follow out.
So which way are we going?
That is an excellent question. Del turns to Picaz. Has Olivia said anything recently?
GM,
She's happy that you found Lexa.
I will relay the exact words of the last thing she said.
Well, I meant more about where we should be going, but
That may be it.
Well, the presence feels strongest in the center of this building.
The
I don't
center
know
of the
whether that
building.
means we should head there or not. But if we wish to use the Heart of Virtue, that's probably the best place to do it. And we should do it soon. I can't stand being in the city of my people as they're not here and corrupted.
Center.
okay, so we're looking for the center of the building. Do we know? I mean, we saw the outside of the building, so we have like a vague sense of where the center is.
Picaz ponders for a second and then asks Olivia if she could guide us, considering this is her city.
Oh, this map is very large.
I think it's your level in hit points. So it'd be 14 hit points, I believe.
And I'm wondering if I should use Force Light, maintain it, drive off whatever shadowy stuff. Kind of.
That will go interesting, considering I have
Oh yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I will point out that it is very creepy. So aside from the light from your lightsaber and John's flashlight, there's not much light in here, and there's very echoing footsteps as you take steps. The ground is also covered in a little, very small layer of the mist that was outside, which also scatters the light from any viewing implements.
I also asked Olivia if she can guide us.
Okay, Olivia guides you guys. Should I just move your tokens?
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay,
Unless
you
you're
want to move
planning on having,
yourself out from underneath the red things I drew, so I don't drag those as well. Everybody move back down into the room over here.
Back into the room. I imagine I'm probably need to be at the front since I'm taking everyone.
Okay, beam us up, Scotty.
No, there's no beaming. Except when Picaz is involved, then there's kind of beaming.
That's more folding.
I mean, that could be one explanation for how beam transporters work, but that's not what they used. It would have made a lot more sense.
Yes.
Okay, so the center place is just up and to the right.
Oh, also, before we head in, like I said, did you take the gun or did you just hand it back to me when you found your stuff?
I handed it back.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Where are we going?
Yes, we're going. I'll just remember, if we're fighting the shadow, we want to let Kalani deal a final blow.
Yes. And make sure you use the right saber for it. I'll go first.
Are you going in stealth because?
Yes.
Okay, do you want to roll stealth?
Okay.
Right now, only Elan is stealthed.
As everyone's running the corner, I'm going to use my combat repairs now to heal myself.
Okay.
That's a rarity. Alon is more stealth than Picaz.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
Less stealth than Bob.
No one's more stealth than Mob ever. Well, very rarely because.
Kalani is the main light source at the moment. She can't really be stealthed.
So that's the same as treat injury, right?
Yes.
Sariana?
Yes.
So that'd be 14 plus 6, 20.
So I am back to full health.
Do you manage to patch up all of the stuff that makes it look like you're destroyed? Or do you still sort of look ragged?
I mean, my clothes do, but yeah, I managed to get myself all completely
So
covered.
you don't have any like wiring showing or anything?
No, my skin regrows
Okay.
a little more rapidly than normal skin. But it's cool because I have a power that once a day lets me heal, like use a full round action instead of an hour to heal myself. And I figured that should be done now.
It's probably a good plan.
Yep.
Okay, so Picaz moves around the corner. And outside the light of Kalani's lightsaber, probably it's very difficult to see anything.
Yeah, like I'm waiting because I can't see. I expect everyone's coming.
So everyone wants to be stealth so that any enemies instantly see Kalani and attack her.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, you're right. Because while on stealth, he can tank a few hits. And walk in front of Kalani because she needs to be the one to kill stuff.
Kalani, can you not stealth?
Well,
She's
has
the only
her-
light source aside from John has a flashlight.
You know what? I think this calls for what I haven't pulled out in a very long time. My lantern. Fusion lantern. There we go. I shall pull out the rules real quickly.
Oh, Alexa still has her stealth belt. Do you guys want me to try and go ahead?
Couldn't hurt if you can see.
I mean, yeah, I don't need a lantern to see. I'll turn on my stealth belt.
I produce illumination in a 6 square radius.
Oh, only 6 squares? Oops, okay.
I imagine the lightsaber is like 2 squares. Or
Yeah, I was doing the lightsaber as 6 squares.
I was
It's
rolling the second time.
Radius or diameter?
it says radius.
Okay, I just gave Lexa the same thing that I figured out how to give the Mirror Lukens, which doubles the sight you get from regular other people's light, since you have dark vision.
Okay. And I rolled the second one for advantage, unless you wanted me to roll stealth again.
So, am I going stealth now then, too? Since light generating duties have switched.
It's up to you. If you want to go stealth, you can. Otherwise, you can just walk with the cause. John, do you want to walk
Probably
up
just
there
walk.
with your flashlight, or are you stealthed? I guess you have.
No, I want to see.
Okay. Okay, Lexa, roll perception.
Yee. That's not terrible for her.
You probably still have a ton of force points, so you could use one of those.
I have a few. I'm gonna save them.
Did you share force points with your other character?
Share? Oh, no. Lexa's got her. Oh, Ariel had. Lex only has like 13. She doesn't have very many, and we're going into combat.
Lexa only has 13. Oh, she barely has any. That's so few.
Considering her going into combat, yes, that's not.
When you said, "Oh, I don't have very many," I was like, "Oh, she must have like 5." I'm like, "When did she spend them all?" Oh no, she still has 13.
Yeah, I'm looking at my 2.
But yeah, seeing probably isn't the highest priority in this battle, so I think that's probably a good choice. Yeah, so at the very far limits of your vision, you can sort of make out that this whole room seems to be barren and flat, and there's a lot of mist in here, but it seems like there's sort of a dark figure, potentially a person, in the center of the room, but it's hard to see from where you are.
We're moving to the right, right?
I whisper to the party, I think there's someone in the shadows up ahead. Approach carefully. And I'm just gonna inch, but stay next to the wall.
Actually, you can just have. I mean, we don't know this, but you could just have Bob calm that to us because he can hear you without, and you don't have to give any position away.
Yeah, but my comm link's internal, so I don't really have to I don't have to speak loudly either.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Benefits of being a droid.
Okay, Lexa, as soon as you step out of the hallway and into the room, you hear a voice coming from up ahead. It says, "Welcome, heroes."
I say nothing as I inch up against the wall, but I do pull out. Which one should I pull out? I'll pull out Justice. I have a lot of weapons now, guys.
Excellent.
I don't remember which weapon that is.
Because just stays silent. He keeps walking forward.
That's my single-bladed sword.
That's a nice sword you have there.
Wait, did he say that's Alexa?
Yeah, but
Well, he didn't say that to anyone. He just said that.
I'm going to assume it's.
Come on now, don't be shy. You can all come in here.
Do I recognize the voice?
Yes, you recognize the voice of the person who was taunting you on the asteroid. AKA Darth Krufay.
You mean the guy we made really mad on the asteroid?
can't we see more than this? Seems like a rather short distance for the lantern.
Yeah, I thought it was 6 square radius, so wouldn't it be bigger than that?
It is.
It's a 3 square radius, isn't it?
When
No, you can see 6 squares from Prakash's light.
No, I can't.
It's,
Yeah.
it's 3
Yeah, you're
bright
right, I
and 3 dim,
It's
Well,
3
then,
bright and 3 dim.
which is 6.
It's 3 bright and 2 dim, at most.
Then
No,
your
it's going-
monitor is wrong.
Yeah, your monitor must have a be really dim, because yeah, I can see 3 squares past.
But
Yeah.
I'm going to send a message to Adele, and it will just be a quick sentence saying, "When the fight starts, hold him, and I will force storm. Hold him still."
So, Darth Krufay, where are the rest of your minions?
They're around. But I'm so glad that you all could join me here.
And why is that?
Well, I've spent many days trying to track you all down. And unfortunately, my claws have not had much success.
It's because they're all dead.
Oh, really?
Well,
And who exactly would you be referring to?
I take that back. There's one unaccounted for that we know of.
Ah,
Who is that?
I will
I
have
can't
to
remember.
reward them.
There's the twins are dead.
Which one is it?
Vikra's dead.
We only killed one of the twins.
No. I'm saying this out in character.
So you
Vikra
killed all of them then?
Oh no, Vikra killed one of them.
Yes. He always had it in for Darth Sergius, but unfortunately her sister took the fall for that. I don't suppose you managed to kill Darth Ireko.
See, now, which one was that again?
He is currently the governor of Ventween. Well, if you'd like to know, that process is in the works still.
Good.
The governors died, didn't they?
Okay, so you guys are close enough now. You can see him. He's wearing a black robe and he's like kneeling on the ground facing you all. With his head like facing the ground. Well, I'm so glad you came here to get Lexa.
We didn't come here just to get Lexa. We came here to destroy the Shadow once and for all.
Ha 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 I'm
you
afraid
planning
that
to-
won't be happening.
What are you planning to do? Are you planning to align yourself with it? It can't be trusted. Once you use it to destroy the Jedi, it will turn on you.
I am not concerned with that. And he starts very slowly standing up. And as he does, you guys can see that his skin is red and he's got some like skin flaps on his face. So people who are trained by the Jedi
Proper.
probably recognize him as a pure-blood Sith.
Yep.
I don't know nothing.
So, would you like to explain a little bit more about why you came here?
How about why did you come here?
While they're discussing, I'm looking around the room looking for an ambush, and I just mutter so that only my comlink can be heard. And then I say to Kalani, "Look, keep an eye out. Look for traps. This might be an ambush."
Yeah, you can roll perception, Lexa.
The sigh. Oh, that's just sad.
You notice that it looks like the mist in this room sort of seems to be gathering around the periphery of the room.
Kakaz is going to what's it called? Search his feelings about whether starting the fight immediately is the better choice.
You think the darkness is your ally?
Basically,
Yeah, what is your plan for starting the fight?
well, I mean, I'm mostly concerned about whether or not delaying is going, or just going on with the talking is going to hurt us in some way. Rather
Let's
than
just shoot him in the mouth.
And I imagine this in like I'm conferring with Olivia on this.
And I think
yeah,
I did ask him.
don't sense that in the next 10 minutes that would be bad to just keep talking. Well, especially since you can only take 10 minutes, you probably sense that if you just kept talking, you could probably talk for the next 10 minutes and then nothing bad would happen. Whereas if you start the fight now, that would be pretty dangerous. So it probably seems better to you to keep talking.
I keep talking.
And Kyrath, what about my perception roll? It's a 16. Don't worry, I'm not using that yet.
Yeah. Where are you standing? Oh, up there. Okay.
Alon, crit attacks at the GM. Good night, GM.
Yeah,
One
you
shot
notice
from-
that the misty fog seems to be piling up in the room, and just like it was outside, especially enhanced sort of by the shadows and the darkness and the fact that you can hardly see anything from where you are, it really looks like the shapes of people. But when you look closely, it's just mist. So I'm curious whether any of you have fought an enemy greater than Darth Crufay.
I think the only people who would know that would be us if we. Okay, who's Crufay again? Out of character. It's
The
him,
one we're
right?
talking to.
Yeah. Is that coming from him?
Mm-hmm.
He's referring to himself in the third person because he's weird.
considering that, well, considering we've never fought you before, how would we know?
Also, when you step that close to him, he holds up a hand. And just stares at you.
This is my turn figuring out if talking is a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't think that talking is a bad idea.
This is called the GM wants us to know the plot instead of just killing everything. Tell us it's not a bad idea.
Well,
As I suspected.
you haven't immediately attacked us or started.
You caught me monologuing.
Ahem.
Where are your men?
My men are around.
Funny, we haven't seen any of them.
You haven't?
So, what are the 7 tables for then?
I'm sure you could have guessed that they're for you. Should you wish to join me?
Join you.
To dinner?
Yeah, we're eating a buffet now.
Well, certainly dinner can be a part of it.
You know, for someone who seems to want us to know what you're doing, you're sure not talking much. And you seem to be so talkative on the asteroid. What is it that has you so quiet today, I wonder?
My main question would be, what are you interested in talking with us about? You certainly haven't volunteered anything yet.
Well, we could start by talking about why Darth Krufay is a fool.
Lexa half jumps out of her skin as she looks up the source.
Kaz cocks his head.
What just happened?
Where did that sound come from? Was that in our heads or?
That came
Yeah.
from Darth
Clarification.
Krufay's throat. And he reaches up his hand and pulls down his hood as he says that.
I see.
Oh, so I see you've already taken him over then. Nice to meet
Indeed.
you.
It is quite a pleasure for us to be able to speak face to face after all this time.
So, Darth Krufay decided he could control you, and you took him over for it.
Indeed. Darth Krufay thought that he could control me, and his plan to use me from the very beginning. I suppose I must thank all of you for showing me another path.
And what path is that? Have something to do with the spirits here?
Yes, it does have something to do with the spirits. The spirits have quite an interesting view of the Force. Far more mature and better than either the Jedi or the Sith. The Jedi Code and the Sith Code are both ridiculous.
You know, I didn't expect you to be quite so well spoken.
Or agreeable.
Well, you see, every time I take over a host, I gain all of their knowledge and intellect. Which is why I now know all of Darth Krufay's plans, but I also possess all the knowledge of the spirits of this place, as well as your friend Lieutenant Jason Arvis, and that member of the Sun Guard you found in the room with Lexa.
Now you see we're gonna have a problem here, because I need those spirits to be released.
Why do you need them to be released? Just join me.
What do you mean when you say join?
I mean that you 6, out of all of the people in the galaxy, share a unique bond with me.
which is why you've tried to kill us on many occasions.
The last time I attempted to kill you was...
And he says the exact amount of days, which I think was around 15, maybe? I don't remember exactly, but he tells you whatever the true date is.
As I said, every host I take over I gain greater intelligence, and I've evolved past that. But it doesn't matter. As you may not have realized, as long as you and I all are linked, you all are immortal, as am I. Did I mention that's one of the benefits of joining with me? Go ahead, test it out.
What do you mean by immortal?
You've seen how if you destroy me, my essence lives on and comes back? Well, because I am linked to you, if one of you should fall, the Force will revivify your bodies, and you will be immortal. But if you destroy me, it may destroy you as well, and if it doesn't, you'll lose out on that.
Sorry, but the cost of that would be rather too high.
Now here
And
comes.
what is the cost of that, little Jedi?
Well, that depends on what you're planning to do. What's with the storm? What are you using the spirits for?
Well, once I consolidate this planet under my influence, I will begin searching for other worlds. For I have learned the truth of the Force, and that truth is called the Shadow. The Sith, the Jedi, the Light, the Dark. These concepts are all so narrow-minded, but I have come to a true understanding of the Force, one beyond that of either the Jedi or the Sith. Both cling to their foolish codes, which can never stand alone. Yet I am their true fulfillment, for in the current galaxy, peace is a lie. The Jedi delude themselves to believe otherwise. By embracing my passion, I gained the strength and power to overcome Darth Krufei, for he sought to control me, to leash me, but it was my power that gave me victory enough to break his chains, and now I am free. But that is not the end. I shall use my power to bring unity to the galaxy, for when all are one with me, there shall truly be no emotion. There shall be complete peace. In my hands, there will be no ignorance, for I and the galaxy will possess all knowledge. At long last, there shall be no passion. Only serenity shall remain. Under my rule, chaos will be banished and replaced with utter harmony. There shall be no death, for there is only and ever shall be the Shadow. The Sith Code was my guidance, and the Jedi Code a prophecy. Together they find their completion in the Shadow.
You would make us like droids, like slaves. We'd all
Push
share
the
one
droids.
mind.
There would only be one mind. There would only be the Shadow.
As I mentioned before, there would not be one mind. There would be 7. For the 6 of you share a unique connection with me.
And everyone else would essentially die.
There will be no death. There will be only the Shadow. No one will die. The galaxy will live in complete harmony, just as the Jedi Code prophesies.
So you would enslave everyone else in the galaxy to your will?